In normal times, we'd just be entering the peak season for buying a home, and then the pandemic hit. According to the National Association of Realtors, home sales could decline by 30 to 40% in the months ahead. For people who are house hunting, social distancing means some brand new ways to get to know a property. Barry Petersen has more.
Now I'll take you into the kitchen. This is one of my favorite rooms in the house. It's large and bright.
Can we open up that fridge and just so they see?
Absolutely. They are well stocked for COVID.
Denver real estate agents Mark and Lisa Kramer, co-owners of Camber Realty, are demonstrating a whole new way of showing property. With in-person visits by potential buyers no longer allowed in Denver and many other states, it's all about going virtual.
And here we're walking into an office. This actually is a former master bedroom before the addition was put on in 2002.
It's really one of the coolest rooms in this house. It's large and it looks out onto the parkway through this window here. So
I have used them for my personal real estate transactions, and they are using my house as an example of how a tour will work. Who's really going to buy a house when all they can see is a cell phone video of the house?
A really motivated buyer, someone that's had a change in circumstances, a change in employment, a change in their family situation, and they need to move despite the situation we're in right now.
Since both Kramers work in real estate, a slowdown cuts right to the family's bottom line. Have you cut back? Are you doing that? Are you
yeah, absolutely. 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 And, you know, we put away for a rainy day. And as I said to Mark the other day, it's raining.
So, John, give me a reality check. April of 2020 versus April of 2019, what's the difference in your workload?
100% dead.
You're going to love living here.
John Nelson and his partner Kat Moe of Nelson Moe Properties specialize in multi-million-dollar homes in Palm Springs and Southern California. You know, the perception that most of us have is that people who are buying houses for $2, $3, $5, $8 million are wealthy, and that, you know, what happens in the world doesn't really bother them because they have a lot of money.
In every level of the market, if a buyer senses that he has another bargaining tool, he's going to use it to get a price reduction. They just want to work it any way that they can.
So sellers who can avoid the bottom-fishing buyers are.
And I spoke to a couple agents at the high-end country clubs in Palm Desert, Indian Wells yesterday. Their sellers are pulling things off the market. They said, you know, if people are out now, our sense is that they're going to be bargain hunters. Let's just take it off and go back on the market next year.
It seems eerily familiar to the market crash of 2008, except it isn't, says Lawrence Yun, chief economist with the National Association of Realtors.
In 2008 and 2009, we had a funny subprime mortgages, people overstretching their budget, and also home builders going wild, building homes way too many in relation to the population growth. And when it crashed, it was very painful.
This time around, there's actually a shortage of properties, and that may help stabilize the market.
And we anticipate that home sales will go down significantly, and then it will rise back significantly. But one thing that will remain very stable is home prices.
And this may actually be a good time to buy because interest rate cuts mean more people can qualify for a mortgage. Anita Padilla-Fitzgerald is CEO of Denver's Megastar Financial, an independent mortgage banker. Would you still make a loan today, a regular mortgage?
We're making lots of mortgages today.
Why, considering all the uncertainty and what we're all living through?
Well, we want to help people buy homes and take advantage of the low interest rates.
It's right over there with the different shaped balconies.
Knowing there are potential buyers out there frustrates Diana Crew, who wants to renovate and sell her late mother's condo. But people in the high-rise consider non-owners coming into the building not appropriate in these safe distancing times.
You have to be cautious of the residents, and they actually made it very clear to us how uncomfortable they were, and we did get it. But on the other hand, we're stuck. We don't know when we can finish it.
So her agent, Lee Van Skok, will do what she's done before, take to the skies using a drone operator.
Location, location, location.
Like all of us, Mark Kramer wonders what no one yet knows. What's ahead? When, in your mind, what's a short time, what's a long time? What's your expectation or hope?
Our hope is that we can get through this by July. If we go well beyond that, if we're looking at next spring and we're still in this situation, it's going to be a difficult situation for the entire country, for the entire world, for that matter.
For CBS This Morning, Saturday, Barry Petersen, Denver.
Always. Jeff, I have bought and sold a house and I've rented, and honestly, I can't imagine doing it virtually, but so glad this technology exists.
Well, as she mentioned, if you're a motivated buyer, it happens. It'll also be interesting to see whether this whole thing changes where people actually want to live, city versus suburbs.